see how she goes. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're reviewing a 2022 Jeep Compass Limited. First and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this Compass. Check out the inventory in the description down below, and if you're interested in a Compass, they have a lot of them. As you can see, they also have a lot of Grand Cherokee L's as well. Anyways, on a side note, my car buying course is available for sale, so if you want to save time, money the next time you purchase a car, link to that in the description down below as well. Let's get into the video. So under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 2.4 liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 22 around town and then 30 on the highway, with power outputs being 177 horsepower and then 172 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the Compass. So first off, you can see here with the body lines on either side of the hood, definitely a cool distinctive look, and it's a Jeep thing because notice the Grand Cherokee has the same exact thing happening. But coming down below, you can see here with the accenting just up above the projector bulbs, fog light down below in this area. Notice the trim is blacked out, which kind of adds some nice contrast. We've got Jeep's signature front grille here with the black trim around and then the chrome to make it pop out a little bit more, but notice it's all closed off because, well, this doesn't need that much airflow. And then down below we do have a sensor right here on the front end, and then notice we've got the little parking sensor right next to it as well. And yeah, that's everything for the front end. Coming around the side here, we've got two 35mm tires wrapped around 19-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you can see here with the design on the wheels, you've got the silver there on the top, and then notice you got the metallic gray down below that. I think these wheels look fantastic. Definitely has a luxury appearance. I mean, compare that to like one of the more base wheel designs here on the Compass, and yeah, these things look fantastic. Notice that this is darker in coloration. It's not just, you know, plastic that's popping out, right? They actually painted it, which I think also looks fantastic for the fender flares, and then also the bodywork down the side. And it's got our Compass badge, and then you can see here we've got the blacked out mirror, and then also the roof has been blacked out, and then you've got the chrome molding. And with all that combined, look at that. It looks like a mini luxury car from a side perspective. So here's our key fob. We have our unlock, lock, the opening here for the hatch, and then the remote start function, and then the Jeep logo there on the back. Press this twice, and, well, hatch will pop right open. Now, popping here into the rear, first off, you can see we've got this to lower down the hatch. We've got a 12-volt down below that, and then we've got the floor covering here, and underneath this, you can see we've got the Fix-A-Flat kit, which is another nice little feature. And yeah, storage space back here is super solid, and with that being said, all you gotta do is just press this little button here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait a little bit longer. Now it's closed. Now let's finish things up here with the rear. Like I said, black roof, and then notice the chrome trim continues all the way here to the back. Got the Jeep logo right here, 4x4 badge, limited badge on the other side. And then you can see here with the taillights, I love the design on those. Parking sensors here on the rear, and then notice it's black here for the bottom trim. So you can see with like the Trailhawk, for example, it's all plastic on the bottom, whereas this is all painted. So it definitely gives this a completely different aesthetic. Now here's the door panel in the rear. First off, you can see here with the contrasted stitching, love the coloration on that, and then the padding down below. Definitely nice contrast. Then here are these seats. So you can see here, combination. It's kind of like smooth here and then perforated down below. Definitely a nice aesthetic. We'll actually pop in. So there's the legroom. There's a headroom. Now it's got the storage pocket here. Couple vents, heated seats, USB, and then we've got all of our outlets down below that. And armrest cup holder situation. Let's head to the front. Now here's the door panel at the front. Again, you can see here with the padding and the stitching. All of our window controls front two are automatic. I love the look of the door handle. Memory seats, and you can see the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then here's the front seat. The only difference between this and the back really, got the Jeep logo right there, kind of hard to see. And then you can see the bolstering is a little bit more aggressive, still perforated with the center portion of the seat. Power adjustments right there. And then we have the pedal layout down below. We've got our light controls right here. And then notice with the steering wheel, it is manually adjustable. And then notice again with the padding and the stitching right there, and then also on the dash. But let's pop in. So here's our steering wheel in the Limited. First off, you can see soft touch all around, and then again we've got that contrasted stitching here on the center portion. We do have adaptive cruise control and regular cruise control. And then we got our phone controls over here, controls for the center stack. Radio controls are still on the back of the steering wheel. And then notice we got our windshield wiper stock, turn signal light stock, and also Jeep logo there in the center, and there you go. Now here is the center gauge cluster. You can see full digital gauge cluster looks fantastic from aesthetic perspective. And notice you got the off-road status right here that you can go to. I love the animation on this, looks really good from an aesthetic perspective. And we do have some different drive modes. We've got auto, snow, and then sand and mud. And if you guys get like the Trailhawk package, which I know we're kind of talking about a little bit in this review, get a few more drive modes, but I mean, you don't need a ton with the Limited because again, this is the mall crawler version of the Compass. Now here's the center infotainment system. First off, we pop it into reverse. Backup camera will pop up. We do have trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Then you can zoom in right there with the receiver hitch. Resolution solid. As for the rest of the infotainment system, first off, I love the appearance of like the graphics. I think those look fantastic. Response time's great. Dual zone climate, heated cooled seats, heated steering wheel as well from a feature perspective. And then over here with the navigation, you can see kind of like the resolution and all that on there. And yeah, overall just huge improvement. Just going through all the different pages so you guys can see everything that's on it. So yeah, that's all she wrote for that. And then notice down below, we've got our auto stop start, stability control, lane departure, hazard lights, parking sensors. We've got our analog controls here for the radio system and the climate system. Again, dual zone climate. And notice you can turn the screen off with that little function. And then we've got some storage space here, pretty deep. A couple USBs off to the side. Shifter for that 9-speed automatic transmission. You can manually shift here. And then notice we've got the parking brake. And then down below, we've got the drive mode select, and then 4-wheel lock off to the side, and then a couple of cup holders, and then here's the center console, solid storage space. And then notice here again the padding, and then just up above as well. And then opening up the glove box, definitely solid. And then finishing things here at the top, just regular headliner, but it matches with kind of like the lighter accents throughout the interior, so it all works. Now here's the window sticker for this Compass. You guys can see the base price for the Limited before options, and then here's the standard equipment that comes with the Compass Limited. And here's the options. This one has the Elite group, which is the package to get because it adds a lot of nice elements with the interior and exterior. Notice $37,980 is the total price, and with that being said, let's take it out and see how it drives. So let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, which do have blind spot monitoring, and then throughout the rest of the rear. And well, let's set off. So we are officially setting off here in the Compass Limited. We're doing a little bit of a shorter drive today because, well, 2 days in a row, I'm behind. So it sounds like I need to get my life in order. But let's talk about how this Compass drives. First off, from a ride quality perspective, the new Compass does a really good job. Now, it's not as smooth and luxurious as like the Cherokee or the Grand Cherokee, for example. But for the size of SUV this is, it definitely does give you a nice luxury experience. It's really comfortable from a ride quality perspective. Now we don't have a sport mode, so we're just gonna leave an auto for our acceleration here that we're gonna get just in a moment. See how she goes. So, you know, not necessarily the quickest, right, from an acceleration perspective, but, you know, gets the job done. And look at this, I saved us a bunch of traffic. Look at that, it is just bumper to bumper right there. But yeah, I mean, it gets up and moves. We'll kind of get on it again here. Yeah, so I mean, again, considering the segment this is in, this is actually, you know, pretty normal. But again, if you want more acceleration, just go for the Cherokee, right? And then you can get a little bit more pep in your step. But yeah, I know this is a little bit of a short drive, but I've driven several Compasses now, so it's kind of just some things up here at the Limited. First off, exterior wise, I love the elements on the Limited. Again, having the gloss black trim there on the bottom instead of the plastic cladding definitely makes this look a lot more luxurious. And then from the interior perspective, the Limited feels nice, right? There's padding everywhere pretty much. Even on the dash, there's nice stitching. And so it feels like a much more upscale interior. Steering wheel's fantastic. I love the size of it and the feel of it from a material perspective. And then from a driving perspective, it's smooth, it's comfortable. It's a nice luxury car. It's not quick by any means, But again, Jeep offers other vehicles that are quicker, right, if you want more acceleration. But the thing that I really like about the Compass is the size. It's small, it's not big at all, and so that means that like if you live in like a tight city, right, and all that, then you can get this nice luxury experience. Again, heated, cooled seats, dual zone climate, you know, all the luxury stuff, and it's got tons of safety tech as well. But you can fit into parking spaces and all that, right? And I'm not saying something like a Grand Cherokee is, you know, too much for a city, but at the same time, this is a much smaller size. It's a lot more manageable, and so yeah. If you're looking for like a, I guess I'd see this as like the small-sized city-going Jeep. Check out the Compass. That's gonna sum things up for our video on this 2022 Jeep Compass Limited. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this Compass. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see all of you.